Ah, gewaltige, heilige, beautiful, fantastic, wonderful, and wondrous chevra. Chazdei Hashem. Okay. Um, I'm really excited that someone took the initiative and during the week you were in touch, you had your Skype meetings. Mamash Gavaldik, absolutely amazing. And as we said, applied knowledge is so powerful. It's not difficult to upgrade your lives. It's there. It's there for you. It's there for the taking. It's your inheritance. It's absolutely amazing. Chazdei Hashem. And because Baruch Hashem, we've matured over these last few sessions in our relationship, let's stop for a minute and let's just place our attention on our breath. Gently breathing in and out. Put a smile on your face. The smile is important. Aye, kol hakavod. Yes, put the pen in your mouth. It'll help you smile. That's right. Aye, and let's hopefully just relax into this a little bit. And let's set our intention, allowing yourself, choosing to allow yourself to make real, to be moved, to be impacted by our words, and maybe even the gift of inspiration. Chazdei Hashem, we've covered a lot. We've covered so much. We started off by speaking about the importance of living fulfilled, living joyful, to look back on our years, that our days were full with tremendous joy, fulfillment, and happiness. And when we were faced with challenges, we had the wisdom and resilience to move through and to grow and to always appreciate what's going on in our lives in healthy, wonderful, and wondrous ways. Remembering the more I can become an Adam Yashar, the more I can become aligned, the more I can quieten my internal and work to connect to my real authentic self and live from that place of clarity. Wow. I ground myself, Yashar, Yudi, Shmi, and Re'iyah, feeling the ground under my feet, becoming aware of the environment that I'm in, listening and looking, just noticing how everything is perfectly placed. Dama Ani Adam, I can do a check-in and notice where I am up to within my own experience. And then Adam David Moshiach, I can now relate to the world outside of me, hopefully in a more graceful, sophisticated, healthy, beautiful way. We then spoke about the Avodah of Das, becoming more of a conscious being, recognizing that there is a way we work. Just as a machine has different parts and the mechanic of the machine can keep the machine running smoothly, nicely, consistently, we can become the mechanic over our own machinery. We have a nefesh, a ruach, a neshama. And us, you and I, as in soul and consciousness, we have an earth suit, and this sophisticated earth suit has three modes of experience. We experience our world through our physical sensations, our emotions, and our thinking. And we are Das, we're the part that can be aware of these modes. If we could be aware of it, we're not it. Hachna Havdala. We can, so to speak, pull back and separate from the nefesh, the lower self. So I can ask myself, what am I feeling? This is connected to the check-in. What am I feeling in the present moment, in my body? Just ask yourself and non-judgmentally become aware. Lahabit, observe. Ma ani margish begufani. What am I feeling in my body? And you can ask yourself, Ma ani margish. What emotions am I experiencing right now in the present moment? And you can ask yourself, what am I thinking? Non-judgmental observation of my thoughts. And recognize, realize, and hopefully learn more and more to experience. I have physical sensations. I am not my physical sensations. I have emotions. I'm not my emotions. I have thinkings. I am not my thinkings. I could learn to ignore or explore them. I'm consciousness. I'm Das. And just look at each other through this lens of consciousness. We're just trying to figure out our way on this planet. Just trying to figure out to be the best versions of ourselves. Just as I want to be seen and heard, you want to be seen and heard. Just as I want to feel safe, you want to feel safe. And just as I want to feel satisfied, you want to feel satisfied. The architecture of the soul. And then we ask the question, well, how do we bridge this internal world, this subjective world, with an objective world of people outside of us and the world that we live in, the environment that we live in? So we brought the bridge to be in our community, in our way of dealing with life, the Arba Yesodot, these four fundamentals: physical health and financial health, and the areas within that, the basic elements within that to upgrade and to maintain and develop. We've got relationships and the basic areas of how to develop, maintain relationships, upgrading relationships. They should be good, loving, intimate, passionate, exciting, should be real. The mind, how does our mind work? What is our mind? How can I learn to acquire information, to code it and have recall? How can I learn to use the information and improve my creativity, learning new skills, finding out more of who I am? And we spoke about guidance and spirituality. Guidance, having somebody to love, share, care, support you, encourage you, to stretch you, to challenge you. And to live a life of ruchnius. Our definition of ruchnius is being a spiritual, or you are a spiritual experience. You are a spiritual being having a physical experience. You are a spiritual being having a physical experience. And what should we ask as we live life? Is my next action going to birth greater unity, integrity, integration, oneness? And as I said, it's up to us. And we have been blessed that we have all of this. The Torah is very sophisticated. The Torah is really a Torah of wisdom. Hashem is big, the world is big, and the Torah is very, very big. It's vast. Yama Chochma. It's massive, it's vast. And it's our inheritance. We have these principles to live by. And when we do, we feel good. We upgrade our lives. So today, my friends, and this is probably the last time for this year, we're going to be meeting in this forum. For today, I'd like to speak about what we call the integration process. How do we take everything that we've discussed so far and how do we integrate it in our lives? And what I'd like to share with you in Yiddishkeit, with Yiddishkeit, the world of Musa and the world of Chassidus, the Chachmei Ha'avoda. There's a lot of wisdom in the world of integration. Unfortunately, as we said, from the First and Second World War, we were decimated. And a lot of this wisdom was lost. I was very zeicher, and I am very zeicher, that I'm connected to certain teachers that are full of this integrative knowledge coming from the world of Musa, coming from the world of Chassidus, coming from a tradition, an ancient tradition that belongs to an ancient people. And we have integrative processes. We have what we call avodas, and throughout the ages, select groups and different communities practice different ways to integrate what they have been learning in knowledge, bringing it down into emotion, into action, and living it. So, for example, some of us may have heard of hisbonenus, a more contemplative practice, or hisbodedus. So hisbodedus actually we can start off with. So hisbodedus is thousands of years old. Avram ben Rambam speaks about it, and it comes even before that. Hisbodedus is spending time with yourself, by yourself. Just going out somewhere and spending time with yourself, by yourself. And in a hisbodedus practice, you can practice hisbonenus, which is more meditative, contemplative practice. You can, for example, in the world of Baal Shem Tov, and Rabbi Nachman speaks about this in several places, and Rabbi Nachman made hisbodedus very famous, speaking to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Speaking to HaKadosh Baruch Hu as a friend, just talking out that which is going on in your life. So powerful. so real, creating unbelievable change. Hisbonenus creates unbelievable change. Hisbonenus creates unbelievable change. A formula that we spoke about a few months ago in one of the other groups is just find a quiet place and just become aware of the environment you are in. Just look around, again, ground yourself, Yashar, Yediyah, just become aware of your environment, Shmiya, listen, and Re'iyah, just look around, Yashar, look around. Just do a check-in, Mani Margish, Begufani, Mani Margish, Mani Choshev. And then, usually in Hisbonenus, we start with 5 things that we are grateful for. And then we talk to Hashem, just talk to Hashem. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Yehoshua ben Liba is here, Yuchus Aldan, I say my pasuk. And I just talk, Hashem, this is what's going on in my life. Please help me here, I'm frustrated here, things are going well here. I just talk to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Talk to HaKadosh Baruch Hu about my challenges. Just talk to Hashem. And I end by saying thank you and just becoming aware of where I am right now, my environment, and I go on in my day. If I want to practice, for example, in Hisbonenus, like we have been doing, just place my attention on my breath and breathe. Maybe I will say some mantras, some incantations. I'll just, Hislavas, get excited, energize myself. I can, and I Baruch Hashem, life is full of abundance. I have a good memory. Chazd Hashem, Hashem loves me. The world of Hisbonenus and Hisbonenus. Hislavas is changing your state, changing your body, changing your emotions, having the ability to put that smile on your face, to jump up and down, listen to music. One of the incantations we use is, every day and everywhere I'm becoming healthy and healthier. Every day and everywhere I have more and more emunah. Every day and everywhere I'm happy and happier. Every day and everywhere I'm healthy and healthier. Really to change your physiology, change your emotionality, change your thinking, your focus. We have Cheshbon HaNefesh. Cheshbon HaNefesh, such a wonderful tool. Every day, every week, every month, just by yourself or to meet with somebody, where am I up to in life? So for example, you can have Cheshbon HaNefesh with the Arba Yesodot, physical health. Where am I up to with physical health? And you can monitor yourself every day, every week, once a month. Financial health, relationships. How are my relationships going? Mind, am I studying? Am I acquiring good knowledge? Am I coding it properly, doing proper chazara, guidance and spirituality? Where am I up to with it? And marking off as you go along. You can have monthly avodas, for example. Another way to start to integrate. We're speaking about different integrative practices. Monthly avodas. For this month, I'm working on this particular element in physical health, sleeping better. Or for this month, I'm working on acquiring, a guide, working on finding a guide, whatever it may be. In the world of Musa, they'll Kabbalah say you take something on and you take it on properly. I am going to be working, I'm making a Kabbalah that I'm taking on to do intermittent fasting. And you can say that this Kabbalah HaKadosh Baruch Hu, I am going to work on myself, please give brachos to this and this and this and this person. Or for example, Habata, Lahabit Habata, self-observation, where another way to integrate what you've been working on, another tool, Habata, Mani Margish Begufani, Mani Margish, Mani Choshev, self-awareness, to integrate the architecture of the soul, to become more conscious. To have the ability to know you are Das, I am consciousness, I am that witness. And Das is a negotiator between my higher values, my higher beliefs, which is found in the world of Neshama, and communicating those higher beliefs and values to the world of Nefesh, to the world of ego self, to upgrade my lower self, the Nefesh. To have communication with both the Neshama and the Nefesh. I think we mentioned in Kitzur Lukutei Maharan, I think it's 29, Rabbi Nosson speaks about how mental health issues stem from the disconnect, the tension between the Neshama and the Nefesh. And the more we can create healthy communication between the Neshama and the Nefesh, the healthier, the happier we are, the more authentic we can be. We feel good, and it's good to feel good. Habata. Another way of integrating is with doing it with friends. So you have Vadim or Chaburas. Vadim or Chaburas, which again, so powerful. Vadim or Chaburas, you meet once a week, twice a week, once a month, and you get together with a friend or several friends. We in our community have Chaburas, up to 10 people, 11 people, and we sit every week and we go through actually everything that we've shared so far in depth. And then we have, for example, a monthly Avodah. And a person picks an Avodah for a month, and then they have a chaver, they have a chavrusa that they will be in touch with, and they will sort out how many times do you want me to be in touch every day, and how do you want me to support you? So we ask, what is it I want to take on for this month? Why do I want to take it on? What is going to happen if I do it, and what's going to happen if I don't do it? How would I want you to support me? And how am I going to celebrate? How am I going to celebrate the accomplishment of that which I've worked on for this month? They are questions we ask every month. Pairs ask that question, what it is I want to take it on, why I want to take it on, what's going to happen if I do it, what happens if I don't do it, how can you support me, where do I need support to move forward with this, and how am I going to celebrate? Again, another amazing way of integration. Or a Chabura or a Vad can work on a Midah together, a group Midah, a group Avodah. It's so powerful, it's real, it's there for you. And we will help facilitate. We will help. If anybody wants to start a Vad, if anyone wants to start Cheshbon HaNefesh Chavrusas, we'll help. I'll give you the ingredients. We'll write it out clearly. Everything here, by the way, has been written out in notes and you'll get it. But this is something so real. The gift of upgrading your life constantly, the gift of loving life, being engaged, working on yourself, building yourself, being passionate. It's there for you to live a full, fulfilled life. Every day should be filled. It says by the Avos when they were exiting this world, when they were graduating from this world, it says so and so days. Why? Because their days were full. Every single day was full of love, full of life, full of zest. They were mamash alive, engaged, energetic, happy, fulfilled. And you and I can have that as well. A person who is growing, a person who is interpersonal growth and they're really working on themselves and they have a good mapping out of how they do that. And I've just shared a couple of different techniques that are out there. I'm going to share one particular technique with us tonight. So when a person is growing, it's far easier for them to feel fulfilled, full, joyful. It really is. And when we're doing it together, we have a saying, what's the best gift you could bring to any relationship? Thank you. Personal growth. The best gift you could bring to any relationship is personal growth. When you change, everything changes. When you achieve your geula, it's impacting all of reality around you, as brought by the Baal Shem Tov, the Ben Esaschar, and others. I'd like to share with you tonight one particular avodah which I found very, very helpful, and several of you I know have found very helpful. And this avodah could be done in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. I do this in the morning. I find it very impactful in the morning. And we call it the 10-10-10 rule, or the 5-5-5 rule, or the 20-20-20 rule, whatever you want. And what basically it is as following. We spend the same amount of time, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, or 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, or 20 minutes, 20 minutes, 20 minutes. You get the idea. And you do 3 particular avodas, 3 particular targilim. And what that is expressed as, or what we call them, is as following. Say, for example, we do 10-10-10, okay? You do 10 minutes of exercise, 10 minutes of meditation, and 10 minutes of journaling. Now, it doesn't have to be like that. You could do it in a different order. It could be journaling, exercise, and it could be meditation. But there's some sort of meditative practice where you could do breathing, some sort of meditative practice, some sort of writing, journaling, and some sort of exercise. The order I do it is exercise, do some sort of meditative practice, and I do journaling. Sometimes I'll switch out the journaling and the meditative practice, depending on how I feel. Now, the wisdom behind this is as following. When I change my body, when my body's been activated, especially my morning routine is I get up in the morning, I do Birchas HaShachar. After Birchas HaShachar, I drink. Or if I'm going to do really intense exercise, I'll drink straight afterwards. So I do my intense exercise, I warm up my body, I get my heart going, I do some good stretching, some muscle building. It doesn't have to be long. Research shows just 5 minutes will impact you throughout the day. More than that, 5 minutes of intense exercise in the morning will help you go to sleep at night. 5 minutes, 10 minutes of intense exercise. I do jump rope. Then I do some stretching, push-ups, stomach crunches. After that, then maybe I will hydrate. I drink 2 cups of water. Where's my cup? Here's my cup. You see, I have 2 cups of water, warm water with lemon juice. So I become properly hydrated, okay? Then from there, I will journal. And if I'm going to journal, so I'll give you a mahalach, I'll give you the formula that I follow. And this I picked up from one of my teachers. Journaling, for example, Rav Kook speaks about journaling, speaks about writing. Kvatzim, as you know, lots of diaries. You've got, for example, the Pir Setzner speaks about journaling in the beginning of his second sefer, Zavazirus, in his diary. Journaling is profound, absolutely profound. And either you could just write what you want, how you're doing, what's on your mind. My formula for journaling is as following. I start off with 5 things I am grateful for. 5 things I'm grateful for, 5 things I appreciate. Then from there, I will write what's going on in my mind, what's going on in my heart, in my emotions, what's going on in my body. And I want to take that information and dump it on the paper. I may never ever look at this ever again, and maybe no one else is going to look at this. So I'm just authentic and honest as I want to be. I put it down on paper. Then afterwards, I write down what I have to do for that day and how I want to turn up to each of those things. How do I want to turn up to what I have to do today? And I do this every day. And then I look back throughout the week and I see where I am up to. So again, gratitude, what's going on in my head, what's going on in my emotions, what's going on in my body. Then what I have to do for that day and how I want to turn up to each of those things. I want to turn up with love, with laughter. I want to turn up with calm. And it may change. And it may be the same things. I've got to go to davening. Okay, how do I want to turn up to davening? And I write how I want to turn up to davening. So that's journaling. And then I'll do some sort of meditative practice. For example, I may just place my attention on my breath and just breathe for 10 minutes. I may do habata for 10 minutes, just asking the question and non-judgmentally observing, Ma ani margish begufani? Ma ani choshev? Ma ani margish? What am I feeling in my body? What am I thinking? What am I feeling in my emotions? Sometimes I may just do a more intense breathing technique with breath holds. So again, the idea is 10, 10, 10, 5, 5, 5. And, within 15 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, you've accomplished and focused in tremendous ways. And I found this really, really powerful. Over the years doing this, wow, it energizes me for the day. I get up, I do my Birchas HaShachar. I then do 5 minutes of intense exercise. Make a bracha shehakol niyeh bidvaro with such intention. Shehakol niyeh bidvaro. Everything is emanating from the word of Hashem. Hydrate with my warm water and lemon. Then from there, I come to my journaling. And from my journaling, I will do some sort of contemplative, meditative practice. And then sometimes in the evening, I will look back and I'll just see, how has my day gone? Is there something I want to improve on? Is there something I want to work on? Is there something that I haven't finished yet? But the nakuda is that before I've even properly started my day, I'm ahead. Before I've even started my day, I've done so much. And after a certain amount of time, again, it really builds you. It focuses you. It gives you the ability to have the edge within yourself. And this is something which I found incredibly powerful. And I enjoy doing it. Sometimes I don't enjoy doing it. Sometimes it's a chore, but I get myself to do it because of all those times I enjoy doing it. And sometimes during the day, that question that I ask myself, how do I want to turn up to this particular situation that I have today? I've got a meeting, children, wife, whatever it may be. It gives me a focal point. It gives me something to work on. And then what happens? I actually have a cheshbon hanefesh chavrusa, and I will daily, and my chavrusa will go through, okay, how did yesterday go? Is there something that I want to focus? Is there something I want to work on? And we just praise each other and we celebrate every week. Little l'chaim, kol hakavod, baruch Hashem. Assume it's so important to praise ourselves. It's so important to celebrate. If you remember, we mentioned, I actually don't remember, but I'm asking you to think about the following. So many people have reasons. So many people don't have reasons to be miserable and depressed. So do you have to have a reason to be happy and celebrate? No, you don't have to have a reason to celebrate and be happy. You don't? Yeah, right now, sit up straight. Excellent. Chazdei Hashem. Put a big smile on your face. Engage your whole being into the experience of living fulfilled, living well. Once a month, for example, with my cheshbon hanefesh, I go through das. How am I doing with my das? How am I doing with my consciousness? Am I becoming more conscious? How am I doing with the Arba Yesodot? I look over my map of Arba Yesodot. Where am I? Am I in a world of maintenance? Do I have to build? Have I left something to the side? And what it does, it just articulates you. It gives you a way of being where you can notice where I am up to in living a well, fulfilled, thought out, happy, joyful, wonderful, wondrous life. And you do it together with others. You do it together with others, not by yourself. You've got your chavrusas, you've got your, hopefully, friends around you, vadim, chaburas, whatever it may be. If you want to do it by yourself, you can. So with this, what we'll do in a moment, we will break up into our groups and just maybe plan out for the next month. And hopefully we could be in touch and you will set up within your own groups. And you could meet once a month. You could meet once a week. You choose. I think there'll be weekly and every other week and monthly meetings for the next couple of months. And we can play. We can experiment and we can experience. We'll approach this with a clean mind, a clear mind. We'll approach this with laughter. We'll approach this with seriousness, taxing at times, but it should be fun. We should enjoy ourselves. And we should enjoy the process of growth and to recognize that you and I, we are the Gilui of HaKadosh Baruch Hu in this world. It's not that we are serving Hashem. We are the service of Hashem, my friends. You and I, we are the service of Hashem. And as we said, a change anywhere is a change everywhere. The gift of light that you have to give to this world has never been around before, and it will never ever be around again. You are important. Live a life where you matter. Live a life where you live, you're really engaged, and live a life where you really love. Be'ezras Hashem. Tov Chevra. Mamash wishing us the best bracha, mazel and hatzlacha, kol tov kol Yeshuas. I'm actually going to go now, and you guys are going to break up into your groups. Be'ezras Hashem, we should go from strength to strength. Bracha v'hatzlacha, kol tov.